right, let's see what we got here. So let's see who we've got on live here today. All right. Welcome here to those who are here watching us live right now. Welcome here to those of you who are here tuned in with us on the actual call, whether you're on Zoom, whether you're on Facebook, just welcome here to today's training session. Let me just want to tune in to our Facebook group here where we're streaming this live, just to make sure that you can see us here live. So for those of you who are here watching live, please just let me know that you're here by dropping a comment below. Just drop a comment below to let me know that you're here live, just so that way I can be sure, okay, that you are here tuned in with me. So if you're here watching this training right now, please just do me something by just commenting below. You drop a comment in the chat box. Let me know that you're here. All right. So we'll let a few more people join into this session as we are just about to dive in to today's content on this training session today. All right, again, like I said, we're just letting a few more people join into this training session. While you're here, if you are here watching live, please show some love, man. Please show some support. Drop a comment below, because again, your comments, your feedback to me helps me, okay, to give you more energy. So remember, the more energy that you give to me, the more energy I'm going to give to you. So again, for those of you who are here watching live, please, again, drop me a comment in the Facebook group. For those of you who are here watching live, for those of you who are on the Zoom call, just drop me a comment in the chat below. All right. Excellent. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you here. This is day 2 of our high ticket Activator Bootcamp. Okay, and so let's just get this rocking and rolling. Day 2 of the Activator Bootcamp. All right. And today in day 2, let's give you some, all right, get that angle better. So today in day 2, we're talking about systems. All right, system. There we go. Boom. So again, today in day 2, we are talking all about systems. Now, systems, this is something that's extremely important. A lot of people, I've come to find that a lot of people actually skip over the importance of systems, right? Create systems in their business, create systems in their life. And I can honestly tell you, from my experience with playing sports, from my experience with doing different things in business, as well as different things in life, having systems in place, like those are one of the best ways to get consistent results. One of the best ways to make something happen for yourself in your business, in your life, and everything operates on systems, right? So just to kind of give you some perspective, what do I mean by everything operates on systems? If you look at schools, right? High schools, elementary schools, middle schools, universities, college, community colleges, all of these operate on a system. If you look at the church, maybe, you're Christian, maybe you're Catholic, maybe, we're talking about a mosque, right? Or we're talking about some other form of worship, or some other place where you go to worship your faith and your belief. Well, that also runs on a system. Literally everything in our life runs on a system. So if you can adopt a mindset to where understanding that everything in life runs on a system, then this will help you to create your own systems that will allow you to have that freedom for yourself, to sell high ticket, to grow your business, to do what it is you're looking to do. So if we can understand that everything operates on the system, then how can we actually break this information down to use it for our benefit? I'm going to be sharing with you today a few simple systems that you could run and that you can actually get out there and offer to the marketplace at a high ticket level. And I'm really excited to share this information, because this information has changed my life. Okay, it's changed the lives of many clients that I've shared it with in the past. It's allowed them to get really great results. And I believe that if you can apply the right system in your life and in your business too, that you can also get results as well. So if you're excited, let me know, drop a comment below. Again, we got more people here joining in live. So if you're here, just drop a comment below. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, just dropping, just tagging a. All right, all right, all right. Let's get today started. Yes, very excited. Looking forward to this. Right on. Thank you for those of you who are here on the Zoom, tuning in, and thank you for those of you who are here inside of the Facebook, our Facebook group, tuning in as well. All right, so let's get into this. So if we're talking about systems, all right. So let me actually pull something up here. I wanted to share something with you. This is so I actually had one of my one of my friends, one of my partners. He was like, "Yo, man, you shouldn't share that. Like, that's a lot of value. Like, you should actually be charging for that." And the reason why I don't charge for what I'm about to share with you is because of the simple fact I know people need it. People need to understand like systems, right? And so let me actually pull this up for you guys. Well, let me pull this up for you rather. So if we're talking about systems, like it's important to understand that everything runs on a system, as I just broke down and described to you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with you right now, just so that way you can see. So that way you personally can see how systems are actually a part of everything and what are some actual systems you can apply to actually get results, right? All right, all right, all right. Because systems are everything. Like I said, ladies and like I said, systems are everything. And it's just important to make sure that you choose the right system that will work for you and your business. Okay. All right. So what I'm pulling up for you is an actual example of some high ticket products, high ticket services that you can sell, and how you can actually build your own system around these specific products here. All right. All right. Okay. So now that I have this up, so I just want to break down some of these actual business systems, these business models, so that way you can get a better understanding and feel for how they work, how they go. So one actual high ticket service that you can offer into the marketplace is that of high ticket brokering. So it could be brokering things like website development services, where you're charging anywhere from $500 to as much as $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 just for a website development project. You know, it could be something to where you actually are offering mobile app development services where you're charging, let's say, you know, 3,000, 5,000 on the low end to as much as 25, 50,000, 60, 100,000 or even more. Okay, and this is for mobile app development. Now, if we're talking about real estate, you know, if you go out there and you do a real estate deal, one real estate deal could result in, you know, a $5,000 commission, $10,000, $25,000 commission coming right into your bank account. Okay, and this is the process. This is a business system that people actually use and apply in the real world. And then there is private jet affiliate sales, where you refer people that are looking for a private jet. You refer them to a private jet company, and that private jet actually pays you for each person that you actually send to them and that actually books a flight through your referral link. Okay. Another system is that of offering web app development. So web app development, it's, you know, creating an application that can be featured on a person's website, creating an application that a person can use on the internet. Like, these are different options that you can offer in regards to web app development. But web app development is a high ticket service where you can charge anywhere from 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, or even more, depending on the complexity of the actual web development project. Okay. Another one is that of high ticket art sales, where you actually sell art, right? Like expensive premium artwork that sells for thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars, right? You can take that artwork and you can sell it as an affiliate and actually get paid commissions based on you sharing this artwork with your audience or with people out there in the world. Okay. Another high ticket system is that of high ticket luxury automobile sales. Now, for me, you know, one of the ways that I actually, you know, really got into the high ticket world and really had that boom, that mind shift of like, oh, wow, I can sell a premium high ticket product and it's actually less work than selling a large amount of low ticket products. This is the way to go. I had that experience in college where I actually I was able to. So I'll share the full story with you here. I had a mentor when I was in college, and I asked my mentor. I said, "Mentor, do you know anyone who needs help with marketing? Digital marketing, growing a business online. Do you know anybody?" He says, "Yeah, I know somebody I can connect to it." So he introduces me to his, one of his partners who was an owner of a luxury automobile dealership. Now, this guy didn't know me from a can of paint, but he said, "You know what? Because of this introduction from him, I'll give you a shot. I'll give you an opportunity. I'll give you a chance, right?" And that chance led to me realizing, oh man, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't have a website. I don't have the experience. Like, I just don't have these things, right? But what I do know for sure is that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to find a way to make that success happen. And for me, that meant I had to find a way to generate leads without money. I had to find a way to generate leads without a website. I had to find a way to generate leads, high quality leads, without anything but my mind and my resourcefulness. So what did I do? I went on to Craigslist.com and I started posting ads on Craigslist. I used my copywriting skills at the time, posting ads on Craigslist. Eventually, nobody was buying, right? After about 2 months, nobody bought. So I said, okay, let me go back to the drawing board and really figure this out. So what did I do? I improved my copywriting. I went in and I actually wrote my own customized sales script. So when people call me, right, on the phone, I actually had a script to read to them rather, that would allow me to then sell them, right? Or qualify them to sell them, which meant that I would just forward them over to the dealer and he would be there to close the deals. That essentially was the way it went down, okay? So knowing that this was the structure of the deal, knowing that this was the structure of the way that of the way that we were going to go with this partnership, I said to myself, okay, let me use this script and let me just execute this script. So I started executing the script, and within about a week and a half, somebody actually purchased a vehicle for the amount was about $50,000. For me, it wasn't a matter of like the amount that changed everything for me, but it was a realization that, hey, I can use the same process that I've been using online to sell little $20, $15 little ebooks. I can use the same exact process and I can take it over to the high ticket world and I can make a smaller amount of sales, right? And I can still have a serious impact in my life and in my bank account by selling high ticket products. Boom. That's when everything changed for me as a college student, when I realized that I could sell high ticket products on the internet. So I come to you today and I share these different business models. I share these different strategies with you because these are all things that people use in the real world today to sell high ticket. And these are things that just give you some ideas in case you're just starting, you don't know what to do, you don't know like what are the first steps. This information can help you, okay? So now that we've kind of talked about a few of these high ticket niches, I do want to let you know that there's a lot more, right? There's high ticket parental consulting where parents are being consulted about their children to have better relationships with their children. I've seen people charging as much as $2,000 for parental consulting, teaching people how to be better parents to their kids, okay? There is relationship coaching where people are coaching others on how to have a more happy, successful, thriving relationship with their partner or significant other, right? I've seen people offering high ticket coaching on how to tell your story, right? One of my like she's actually one of my closest friends. Like, I mean, I think she is one of the best people in the world and business coaches in there, like in the business world, if you will. And she teaches people how to tell their story, and she charges high ticket for this. Okay. Not gonna mention her name because many of you probably know her anyway, and she's probably watching this replay. But regardless of what, there are multiple niches for you to go into. So a lot of people have the misconception that, oh, if I'm going to get into high ticket, I have to go into business coaching. That's not true. There's multiple lanes, multiple avenues that you can take in order to sell and offer high ticket based on the skills that you have, based on who you truly are at your core. So which brings me to this point right here that I want to share with you, right? If we're talking about being able to effectively go out there and activate the right type of high ticket system, first thing first, you got to determine what do you want? Because if you are creating a system that requires you to be there every day, it requires your time. Like you have to go, you have to educate people, talk to people every day. Like if you have to do these things and that's not what you want to do, then that system won't work for you. But if you enjoy the process of, building things out and doing things for people, and you offer a service where you actually are doing things for people, building things out for people, then that can work because that resonates with you. Or if you're in a situation where you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have the skill set, right? And people need this skill set and you love to share your skill set with people, then it would resonate more to build a business around that core identity of who you are, which is sharing your skills, sharing your knowledge with people, right? Like that just makes more sense and it's more in alignment and it resonates. So understanding like who you are as your core is extremely important. And that's why in day one, when we talked about coherence, we talked about loving yourself, tuning into yourself, listening to yourself, trusting yourself. We talked about these things because they are important when going into the high ticket world. And before I deep dive into all of the systems here today, hey, thank you, Joanne. Thanks for tuning in here to this training. Again, before we deep dive right now into these systems, I just want you to understand like who you are at your core being will help you determine what you need to go out there and offer at a high ticket price, okay? And one of the most important things is this. If you are going to go into offering high ticket products and services, you must be able to deliver the solution. Like you don't want to half step on it because this can get you in a lot of trouble. And if you can't deliver on a solution at a high ticket level, don't go high ticket. Like it's okay. Like you can learn the skills later and go high ticket later. Okay. But essentially you want to, oh, thank you. Let me just comment here. Thank you for tuning in, Joanne. Thank you for tuning in, Joanne and Hassan. Thank you. Awesome. All right, so let's do this. Let's talk about systems here, okay? So remember, systems are processes that you put in place to methodically grow your business, grow your ventures, or operate something in your life, okay? It doesn't always have to be business, but because we're talking about business here today, we're going to focus on a few different high ticket business systems that you can implement like right now, today, and you can be able to get results within like the next 90 days if you apply the system every day and you work at it, okay? So the first system is that high ticket courses. So this is the first system, high ticket courses. So essentially, you got the knowledge, you got the skill set, right? You've been doing what you do for quite some time now. You've developed it. Maybe you worked the job and you've been doing that, right? Regardless of how you develop that skill set, you have the skill set now and you want to share with other people, right? But the thing is, you got it in here, but you don't know how to translate it into like an online digitalized package, right? So this is what we want to do in regards to actually implementing the system of high ticket courses. The first thing to do is you need to have the idea, right? So we'll start right here. Boom. This is the first step, in my opinion. You need to have the idea, okay? You need to have the idea. So this idea is basically your skill set. It's your expertise. This is where you reign supreme, okay? So I know, you know, here inside of our community, we have different people with a lot of different, with a lot of different skill sets. You want to identify what is the skill set for you, because that is the thing that you're going to lead with. That's the thing you're going to go out into the world and actually share with the world in exchange for the monetary rewards that you deserve, right? So now that you've got the idea, the next thing we need to do is we need to find the people, right? So we need to actually validate the idea with people. So you need to like find out, what do people want, right? So we've got this idea, but we don't know if the people want it. So we need to identify, what do the people want? You can really do this very simply by just surveying your audience, right? Asking them questions. So if you just take, now these people right here, okay? These people could be inside of, email list, right? These people could be on your social media, right? You know, these people could be customers or like past, let's say past customers, or like, let's say these are like, your current, let's say people like, let's say your network. Let's just keep it simple. Right? So you tap into your social media contacts, you tap into your network. If you got a Facebook group, great. If you don't, it's all good. You tap into your email list and you ask these people, what do you want? When they share with you what it is that they want, that will allow you to better validate the idea and come together with the things that the people say they want, right? put these things together into a package and then be able to go out there and offer it online. So now that you like have the people that are interested in your product or your service, now comes the process of actually building it, right? So if we're talking about building, okay, so we got a hammer here, right? We got a hammer, and we're talking about building, right? We're talking about building here. Build what they want, right? In order to make this work, you got to actually build out what the people want. You got to build out the course that people want. So that's the next step. Once you got the idea, you identify the audience, you identify the market, you identify where your people are at that need this information. The next step is to actually build out what they want. So I know you're hearing this, you're like, Mike, what are you talking about? How do I actually build out what people want? Well, this is what you got to do. You got to think of it like this. Okay, this is point A. This is where people are starting from. Okay, and they want to get over here to point B, right? So a person wants to go from point A to point B. What is the shortest route to get them there? Like, what is the route to take that will get a person from here to here, right? And everything in between. Like, so if we're looking at point A to point B, and we want to help our people get here, right? We have to understand what are the steps in between. And this is where you'll be able to create your high ticket course around this information. So if the first step is here, boom, you're going to teach people how to get to this first step. See what I'm saying? If the second step is here, you're going to teach people how to get to the second step. And so on and so on and so on and so on, all the way until they get to the final step B, okay? That is how you're going to build out and develop the actual high ticket course. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, you might be thinking to yourself, all right, I hear you, Mike. I hear what you're saying, but like, how does this A to B, like how does that actually translate into me being able to sell it for high ticket? Well, the reason why is because you're providing people a direct, straight to the point solution. Okay, you're telling people, hey, look, this is a problem you're suffering from. This is the solution. You want the solution? I got the solution. You can wait. You can save time. You don't have to, spin your wheels anymore. You can come right away and straight away and get the solution that you need. Okay, and in a nutshell, delivering that solution at a very high level is what will justify you being able to charge high ticket. That means you have to have a high amount of actual value, okay? Because that high amount of actual value will validate why it is such a high ticket price, okay? And then from here, once you actually build out what they want, like, so we started with the idea, right? We got the idea works, boom, let's do it. We found the audience, we found the target market to go after with this product, with this service. Okay, let's do it. We now decided to go out there and build what they want. So we build out the basic elements of what this offer will look like after we've identified the idea and after we've identified the market that will fit for this idea. Then we go and start to build out the foundational elements of the course of the product or the service, right? And then from there, we go out after we build this, and we have what I call a commercially viable course, right? Where your network, your audience has proven that they want this idea, right? You go out and build out the basic elements of what they actually want. And then from there, you go out and you start. All right, let's see how this comes out. All right, boom. You go out and you start promoting. All right, boom. You go out and you start promoting. So you promote. Okay. And for those of you who are here tuning in live, we have a few people watching live right now. Let me know if you're following me. Let me know if this information is making sense. All right, because again, you want to go out there and finally promote your product, your program, your service. And there's many ways you can promote. One of them is social media, Facebook. There's Facebook groups. We're gonna get into that when we get into sales and marketing. Okay, on that actual date here in our boot camp. But I just want you to understand promotion is basically you getting the word out there in as many ways as possible about your course, about your product, and about what it is that you're offering and doing. Okay. And then from there, you want to have people come in and boom, and they start, going through your course. And this is where people actually pay. Okay, boom. So you enroll high ticket, but high ticket customers. So I like to keep things simple because a lot of things in life are simple. Like I said, we as human beings, we like to complicate things really and truly. So keeping this simple is the way to go. And let me just, all right, good content so far, making sense. Wonderful, wonderful. So this is the route of high ticket courses, as I mentioned to you before. But the next model is that of high ticket services. High ticket services. So when we're talking about high ticket services, the first thing that we want to do is, again, we want to start very simply here. We want to identify what is a problem and what is a solution, right? So step one, okay? Step one here will be problem, solution, right? Then step two, after we can actually identify what is the problem, what is the solution. So let's say, for example, a business owner wants to get more traffic to their website. Well, what's a couple ways they can get more traffic to their website? One, SEO services. Two, Facebook ads marketing, Facebook paid ads. Another one is LinkedIn marketing. Another one is Google PPC. Another one's YouTube ads, right? So there's many ways for a business owner to get traffic. So if you understand the problem and what is the solution, actually delivering the service for the business owner, right? So step number two is, so once we identify the problem and the solution, okay, so let me just boom. So once we identify the problem and the solution here, we're talking about high ticket services, right? The second step is actually, we're talking about high ticket services here, problem, solution, right? The second step is actually finding all right, so let me see the best way to draw this. So service. So we'll just, I'll keep it simple. I'm not, boom, service. So we identified the problem, we identified the solution. So now what is that service we're gonna offer, right? So we understand business owners need more traffic. Okay, one way to get traffic is Facebook ads. All right, cool. So we decided that that's a solution. Now we need to hone in on this service. So in order to actually deliver the service, one of the things I recommend is looking at building a team, finding experts to work with that can deliver the service. If you yourself know that you don't know a thing about SEO, you don't know a thing about YouTube ads, but you want to go out there and offer the service to people, right? Decide what that service is going to be and find people who can deliver that service for you. You can go to websites like Upwork.com, Freelancer.com, and you can leverage these websites to actually find people who can deliver the service that you're looking to share with the world, promote to the world, and earn income from. You can use those websites to find people to deliver these services for you. So now that you understand, okay, problem, solution, got it. Service, what is that service? Got it. So let's just say, maybe it's FB ads, YouTube ads, etc. Right? Then the next step three, is you got to actually go into the marketplace and you got to find the business owners, find the people that are actually suffering from this problem right now. So in order to find, so let's say attract, okay? Attract your clients. So the way that you go out there and attract these clients is by letting them know, look, this is a problem that you have that you're suffering from. This is a solution for it. I actually offer that solution. This is what I can do to help you with my solution and my service. Literally by doing this, like you can go out there and go into different communities. You can go to different networking events. You can tap into your personal network and just start to ask around to see who needs your specific services, what it is that you offer in your business, okay? Now, once you go out there and you attract clients by networking, by asking by asking for referrals, by running advertisements to a funnel. Once you do that, the next step is get on the phone. Right? Get on the phone with people, talk to people, talk to these business owners, talk to these individuals that are suffering from this problem, and let them know, look, I get it. I've been there, or maybe I get it. I understand, and that's why I'm an expert who works to help people solve problems in this area, right? And I can help you. And then from there, once you get on the phone with them, you let them know how you can help them. You tell them what the price is, and then you literally go straight for the close. Like you close them right there on the phone, and you get the contract signed, you get everything squared away, so that way you can begin to work, and you can begin to help this business owner to move forward, or help this individual to move forward with your high ticket service. And the major key is you must be able to deliver the solution. You must be able to truly deliver value to people who are expecting the value and who are expecting your solution from you, okay? And then from there, like I said, the final step is step number 5, you actually deliver, or as I like to say, over deliver solution. All right. So we're talking about the high ticket services business model. It really is this simple. You know, you figure out what is the problem and the solution. Okay. What is the service you want to offer to solve the problem? Go out there, attract the clients, like get active in the marketplace, promote what you're doing, share what you're doing with more people out there. So that way you can get people attracted to you and what you're offering. Get on the phone with people to let them know what you have to offer. Get on the phone, talk to people one-on-one, because this is like, you know, we're talking about high ticket sales. It is a more hands-on approach to selling. So it is important, okay? It is important to make sure that you establish that human connection to talk to people on the phone. And then the final step is just over-deliver on the solution, okay? Again, there's many high-ticket business models and systems, and I want to share with you one final high-ticket system right here inside of this training, okay? So this is that of high-ticket affiliate marketing. All right, so high-ticket affiliate. All right, so high-ticket affiliate marketing. So this is probably one of the more simple systems as it relates to high-ticket, you know, high-ticket marketing, high-ticket sales, right? And I'm gonna just draw this out for you. So basically, the first step is you start right here with an offer, right? So if we're talking about an offer, we want to create something like this, right? So let's say, boom, offer. Boom. All right. All right. So this offer. So let's say this is a $1,000 offer, right? So we have this $1,000 offer here. What we want to do is take this offer and we want to actually build out a give and go page, okay? Yeah, we want to build out a give and go page. So we're saying, hey, like, get your free thing here, whatever that. Actually, let me do this just before we go there, okay? So for a lot of you, it might not be used specifically, but there's a lot of people out there that, you know, they can identify a high ticket offer and they're like, man, this looks like a great offer, but now what? Well, you got to be able to drive traffic to it, right? So once we talk about the offer, then we need to talk about the process of your marketing, right? Whether you're advertising, whether you're writing an email to your list, whether you're, putting out promotions on social media, whether you're putting out promotions on video, whatever that is, you're going to have to start with that as the first step after you identify the offer. So you identify the offer, then we need to identify how we're going to get the word out there and promote to people, right? So this would be your ad. So let's say, we got a bunch of people here. Boom. Got a bunch of people here. Okay, so basically this is you getting in front of your target audience, right? So what is the ad or promo, okay? Because we want to get in front of our people here. The next step is you want to build out an actual give and go page, okay? Give and go, right? And this is where people are, it's like, hey, you leave your name and email. And when you do, boom. At this step, this is where people can actually sign up for the free training, sign up for the free things, sign up for your email list, okay? And then from here, they will actually get redirected to your email list. So let me just show you how that looks. So it's gonna happen like this. from this actual Give and Go page where they actually sign up to learn the free thing, learn the free information, right? What's going to happen next is two things. One is they're going to go right here to your affiliate offer, right? Which is an affiliate product, so affiliate, right? And then what's the other thing that's going to happen? Well, they're going to get also redirected to your email list, right? Where you can send them email promotions every day, every week, multiple times a day. It really depends on how aggressive you want to be with email marketing. But what I will say is that, we've generated some really good results, like multiple 5 figures from my email list over the years. And the reality is that the only way that's done is through follow-up and automated communication sequences, right? In order to build that out, there are several steps required, right, to write effective email marketing copy that generates sales, that puts you in positions to win. And I do want you to understand that, even though I'm sharing this with you here inside of this training, this is not the end all be all, right? Because you actually have to go out there and study and develop the skill sets to be able to communicate through email to generate sales, right? Now, even though they sign up for your Give and Go page here, right? And they get redirected to this affiliate offer, most times they're going to need some follow-up. They're going to need some nurturing. They're going to need some engagement. They're going to need to hear from you more than once in order to be able to make this a reality, in order to make this happen, okay? So what's going to happen is that you're going to be redirecting the people here through your emails. You're going to be redirecting people to make a buying decision as an affiliate marketer, because this is the way to go, okay? So as you can see here, we have a couple different systems here. We're talking about high ticket courses, high ticket services, and high ticket affiliate marketing, right? These are just a few that we're able to fit here on this board right now. But what I want to talk to you about right now is I actually want to dive into one final high ticket system. This has been one of my personal favorite. This is where I've seen people create explosive results. I mean, I'm talking about amazing results with this specific model, okay? So I want, before I deep dive into this model, which is that of high ticket coaching, right? High ticket coaching and consulting, I want to share with you a story of a client of mine who has some success, and her life has changed now. I'm not going to deep dive too far into the numbers and all that stuff, because I care about client. I care about maintaining the privacy of my clients' results and all the amazing things that they do. But what I'll share with you is this. This was a couple of years ago, right? I had this one client. She I remember her because we've been on a journey for many years. I think she bought one of my products back in 2014, and it was the first time that after buying my product, I think it was like a low ticket product. She made like $900 something. I mean, it was close to about $1,000 on two high ticket website service deals. And for her, that was the first time she made money. And she spent thousands of dollars, right, with other people, and got scammed, and whatever happened. I don't know the full extent, but from what she told me, she spent a lot of money with different people online, and she didn't make anything. And for me, I'm like, man, that's not where it's at. I put things out there to help people right away. Right away, I want people to be able to get results. And that's why a lot of my clients do get results. Now, do 100% of my clients get results? No, I'm going to be honest with you, because it's just not the way the world is set up, right? Some people are lazy. Some people, they fall off track. Some people lose motivation, right? Some people just quit. For some people, it's just not their thing, right? They thought it was their thing, but then it ended up being not their thing, and they just kind of go back to what they were doing before, whatever it is. But nothing personal against anybody in their personal choices. But I can say that I've seen maybe, I probably would say that I've seen more of a 70 to 80% success ratio for people that actually work with me inside of my coaching. Whether that's they got one client, they got one sale, or they made their money back, right? I can say that about 70 to 80% of the people that I coach actually make their money back from working with me, whether that's through finding clients, whether that's through me referring, deals to them, and, making introductions for them. I do everything that I can as a coach to help my people get results. And that's why my people do get results, okay? So high ticket coaching, and the story of this client that I was telling you about, we're going to go back to that. So she worked with me in a couple years ago, and then a couple years later, she saw, hey, Michael, I see that you got a coaching program. Is it still available? Can I join? Da, 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 da. I said, yeah, sure, come on in. So we started working together over the first 2 months of our coaching. And at that time, she had a high ticket service model that she was operating, that she was trying to really get that service to work, because she invested so many thousands of dollars in other people who, she believed would help her get the results she was after. And I don't knock anybody and what they do, what they sell, what they offer people online. I don't, because everybody's different. But what I believe in is, I believe in value. I believe in real value and helping people get real results. Because I remember when I was in a situation where I wasn't getting results, right? And people were leading me in the wrong direction. So anyway, this client of mine, we started working together. First 2 months, like, she's just following this model that isn't working. She's following it. She believes in it. I'm like, hey, look, you believe in it. As your coach, working with you, learning you and learning your story, learning your dreams and goals. Hey, I believe in you too. Okay. If this is what you want to do, I'm going to support you. I know for a fact that this over here will work better than that, but hey, I'll still support you, right? She goes on and, she works it, tries it. She even builds a sales team. She builds a sales team, I think, of like 2 or 3 or 4 people, something along those lines, right? So she builds this sales team out, and she has these people on board to help her sell her products and services. And they are picking up the phones, they're smashing the phones, they're calling. But what ends up happening? Well, she doesn't get results. She doesn't make money from this business model. So, okay, I get it. The miraculous thing is this: we get to the final week of our coaching together, and she says, Michael, I'm going to implement what you shared me to do. And she goes out there and she implements it, and literally from just 3 coaching clients, she produced over 5 figures in sales. Okay, and she earned she earned more than a 100% return on her investment in working with me inside of my coaching program, right? So she launches her coaching program, teaching her expertise of systems and funnels development and leads and ads and all this, all this conversion stuff, because that's her thing, right? That's her identity. That's who she is at her core. She knows how to get things to convert online. So by launching this coaching program, she puts it out there and she actually creates more success for herself. And then eventually she transitions that understanding, okay, you know what? I'm helping people, I'm talking to people, I'm educating people, but it's really great to actually do it for people. So that way, those lazy people, I can help them get results, right? And now she's been doing that, and she's been helping a lot of people online to generate leads, build out funnels, convert more, convert better, and specifically focusing on that area of expertise. And ever since then, she's been working online from home. She's been able to share more time with her family, and her life looks completely different than what it did before. Now, I share her story with you so that way you can understand, when it comes to high ticket coaching, when it comes to actually offering your time, your knowledge directly to people to help them, it must be done with love. It must be done with compassion. It must be done with empathy. If you're going into this thinking, oh, I'm gonna just get as much money as possible, it's not gonna work for you. And if you do get money from it, then there's this thing called karma. And I advise that if you're gonna do this and go this route with this business model, I'm telling you, there is money to be made. However, you must do it from a place of service, from a place of genuinely caring for the people on the other side. There was another experience I'll share with you that happened that really gave me a paradigm shift. So this same client, we had a follow-up call a couple months after our coaching was done. And I tell this story all the time because it's one of my favorite stories. It was one of my favorite experiences. I mean, in the last decade of doing business online. So we're having this follow-up call, and my client's on the balcony. We're talking, we're going back and forth. And out of nowhere, I see somebody kind of peek their head out the curtain like this and look, and their eyes got real big like this, and they close the curtain and they open the sliding glass door on the balcony, on patio, balcony, whatever. And this man comes out, right? And it's my client's spouse. It's her husband. And he's like, Coach Mike, I can't believe it's you. Look at you, Coach Mike. Coach Mike, you need to stay on her. You need to keep telling her to do, make it do what it do. And for me, I looked at that and I saw, wow, this is the actual result of the coaching that I provide people. This is what it's about. This husband is excited to see me. He's enthusiastic to see me, and he's telling me I need to stay on her. I need to keep her disciplined, and I need to do these things so she can keep having success, so that way they can share more time together. And it was one of the most beautiful moments of my career, because it made me really see firsthand the work that I'm doing for people in real life and how their lives are being affected by it. So now let's talk about this final business model and the system, that of high ticket coaching. It's really, really simple. And I'm gonna give it to you right now. Just the same way you create the course, right? You build out and understand what is that point A, what is that point B, right? If you're a coach, if you're a consultant, chances are the clients that come to you, they have problems that are similar to the last client's problems or the client before theirs problems. Because if you're solving a problem, most people generally will have that same problem across the board, right? What you do is you take this process of getting a person from point A to point B, you outline that, and now that becomes what you'll be offering as far as information in your program, okay? And this will be information that you'll record one time, just like you're watching a session. And I'm recording the session one time. I'm not gonna like come back and do day two again and again and again and again for the next 5 months. No, I'm gonna do day two one time right now, and it'll be recorded, and you will be able to watch this recording, which you're probably watching right now, right? This recording will live long-term because it's digital. And every time I share this with someone, they're gonna receive this, and you're gonna receive this information as if it's happening right now, okay? Because that's the way the digital age works, and that's the way video content works. So you record that content for your clients, you record that content one time, and then you just continuously update it year after year, you know, improvements and tweak it. That's one of the things we do with our high ticket freedom program, where we make small improvements. We listen to our customers and clients, what they tell us they want, and we just add that in over time, right? And that allows our program to expand and expand and expand and expand to where our platform is now grown, right? In this scenario, now that you understand, okay, create the point A, create the point B, understand what it's going to take to get to point B. What are those steps in between? Outline what those steps are. Now you know this is what you're going to be teaching. Now you know this is what you're going to teach and record into an online course and, you know, some form of online coaching, right? Boom. Now that we got that aspect covered, we need to actually be working on building out the actual system here, okay? So we're talking about building out the system. Again, okay, so we're talking about building out the system, right? The first step in building out the system is to create the problem and solution clarity. So understand, what's the problem? All right, well, people are having terrible relationships, or, you know, somebody's in a marriage and they don't want a divorce, but they want to save their marriage. Okay, that's the problem. What's the solution? The solution is you are the relationship expert. You know how to help people save their marriage, and you understand that all it takes is, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. If a person follows these 5 steps, they'll save their marriage, right? Boom. Now that you got that covered, and we understand the problem, what is the solution, we need to actually dive deeper into the problem. Because at the high ticket coaching level, we need to truly understand what's happening internally to that prospective client that's causing them to want to reach out to you for your solution. So on a deeper level, what is the problem of, you know, a divorce call? Like, what are those deeper problems? Well, let's look at that right now. Deeper problems involved in a divorce, right? It includes depression. It includes scarring the children for life. Now the children have to, you know, grow up with pain, and, you know, they might have to go to therapy later as adults because they feel like it's their fault that their parents divorced. It's going to lead to maybe one of the spouses, you know, going out there and abusing drugs, or possibly abusing other people of the opposite sex, or abusing themselves and not really respecting themselves. You know, it's going to lead to, you know, very expensive lawyer fees and legal fees, right? It's going to lead to maybe they lose their house, right? You know, it's going to lead to maybe they have difficulty getting in a new relationship, and now the pain of that divorce is carried into every relationship. So now they are no longer able to have functional relationships ever again, right? And maybe their spouse fell into a serious depression because of the divorce, and they completely lost it, right? Look, there's a myriad of problems that can happen, and this is actually something I dive into called the problem solution domino strategy. I dive into this very deep with clients. But for now, understand those are the problems at a deeper level that's affecting this person. So if you think about what are they thinking to themselves at night when they're laying in bed next to their spouse and they're like, man, this is the person I love, but now I'm in fear of an actual divorce becoming a reality, right? Like, that's pain. And if you can get into the mind of your clients and what they're thinking at night before going to bed, if you can get into that pain and tune in and tap into it, then you can use that to create your program around. So first up, we understand what is the problem, what is the solution. The next step, we need to create an actual ad or an actual promotion, right? We need to create the messaging that's going to go out there and attract those people to us so we can get them to come into our program, get them to work with us, get them to take on our solution, get them to change their lives and solve their problem once and for all, and get them to transform themselves and reach their outcome. Now that we got that ad or that promo, we need to send them to an actual give and go page where it's like, it's something saying, hey, come here and learn how to solve your problem for free. Right now, all you gotta do is give me your name and email and phone number, and I'll send you the solution right away. Once a person does that, once they give you their information, you wanna redirect them to a master session or a game day page that explains their problem. Some people call this a sales page or webinar, right? But it explains their problem. It tells them how, you understand how they are dealing with this problem. You understand because you maybe had this problem before and you work to solve it. Here's how you solved it. Here's how they can actually get the solution for themselves, apply to work with you, right? And from that point, those people that see your master session or they land on your game day page, they can read the information on your game day page where it's automated, or they can watch your master session where it's a video that's automated. It's a video presentation automated. Maybe it's 10 minutes, 25 minutes, an hour, and it's automated. Both of these, the game day page and the master session, are redirecting people to the next step, which is an application page where they can apply to join you in your coaching program, right? And then from applying to join you in your coaching program, they get redirected to a scheduler where they can schedule a time to have a free talk with you, a free consultation with you, a free strategy session with you. The name's not important, a free discovery call. The name of it's not important, but what you want to understand is like the process. Once they go from the game day page or the master session through the application, they then go to a scheduler, and the next step is an actual huddle call where you guys kind of huddle up, come on, huddle up, and you actually listen to their problems. You ask some questions about their problems. You ask some questions about what they're dealing with. And then from there, once you can understand what are they dealing with, what are the problems that they're experiencing right now here today, then you offer them your solution on the phone. You enroll them at high ticket prices on the phone. You get a contract signed on the phone, okay, to protect yourself and also to have a clear understanding of what they're going to get so they know where their money's going. The next step after you enroll them is you deliver their solution. You take them from point A to point B, whether that's 5 steps, 6 steps, 8 steps, 10 steps. But I recommend, no more. 8 steps is usually like that. That's kind of like the max, right? Because after 8 steps, it's not as simple. It becomes a long, outdrawn process. But if you can help them focus on 8 or 5 or 6 or 4 core steps that they need to take in their business, and you work with them for the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 6 months, 1 year, okay? You work with them for a specific duration of time in order to help them reach their desired outcome. This will allow you to go out there and start generating those high-ticket coaching clients or those high-ticket consulting clients that you're after with this specific business model and with this specific system. Now, this is a system that I practice. It's a system that I've used for many years. This is a system that I share with people around the world because it absolutely works. Why? Because as long as human beings are alive, there will always be a need for human beings to have the guidance, mentorship, a sounding board from a coach or sounding board from a community of other people, right? Like as long as human beings are alive, there will always be more information. They'll always be searching for more information to improve their situation, whatever that is. Now, at this point, we've talked about the different systems here inside of today's day 2 of our high ticket Activator Bootcamp. I would love to know, out of these 4 systems which I've talked about today and which I've mentioned today, what are your favorites? What are some of the systems that you feel like you can apply and use to actually get results in your life and business? I want you to share that below by just dropping a comment below. We'd love to hear your feedback, and we'd love to hear from you as well, okay? So now, just before we jump out of here, okay, and bring today to a conclusion, I do want to say thank you. I want to say, I appreciate you for tuning in, for supporting, for participating, for being a part of this journey, for being a part of the movement. And I do want to let you know that I'm excited because this information has the potential to really change your life and change your business if and when you apply it consistently over time. With that being said, I want to leave you with this quote before I get out of here. If the dreams that you are dreaming can be accomplished in this lifetime, then you are dreaming too small. I challenge you to dream bigger. It's me, your man, Michael Baptiste, your fearless leader, founder of High Ticket Freedom in the High Ticket Society. I will see you inside day 3 of our High Ticket Freedom Activator Bootcamp. Your man's Michael Baptiste signing out. Take care. Peace.